for coming today.
Thank you.
First, could you introduce yourself?
Yeah, so my name is Trevor. I'm from America. I'm 36 years old. I've been living in Japan in Tokyo specifically, for the last 7 years.
7 years, wow. Quite long.
Yes, yes.
So why did you choose Japan? So it's like 7 years.
Yeah, I wanted to live abroad.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't study abroad in university, and I kind of regretted that decision. I was interested in Shinto and Buddhism.
Okay.
And then when I was in high school, my family hosted a Japanese foreign exchange student, and our families remained good friends. So I knew somebody in Japan. Yeah.
Okay, so you had a connection.
A little bit, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
What kind of job are you doing now?
Mostly English teaching jobs.
English teaching
Yeah.
jobs. Okay. So like for 7 years.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Wow, nice. Is it a full-time?
No,
job
kind of just many part-time jobs.
So you are like a freelancer.
Pretty
or
much,
something
yes.
Like that. Good. So have you done any like different kind of jobs?
Yeah, back in America. Yeah.
In America. Okay.
Yeah. I worked in finance and insurance, and then I was an operations manager at a startup company.
So it's totally
Different. Yes, very different.
You just decided to quit that job and come to Japan?
Yeah, I wanted. My plan was to be here for like one year or 2 years. Yeah.
But it ended up.
Yeah, ended up longer than that.
So what was the reason for that?
Staying longer? Yeah, I mean, when I came here, I think I was excited for the Olympics. They were going to be in Tokyo in 2020, and then it was a new experience. And then some things happened around the world, and nothing really happened for a couple of years. And yeah, so yeah.
Means you like living in Japan?
Yeah.
Like, so what do you like the most, or what?
I think Tokyo specifically, public transportation is really convenient, really quick, really pretty cheap,
Yeah.
reliable.
Okay. So is it different in America? So?
Where I'm from, where I'm from, we don't have trains or subways. We have taxis and buses, but they're not so reliable. Schedules change, and so it's a little different.
Did you have any difficulties while working in Japan, or something you find difficult because you are foreigner?
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of a different work culture, I think, in Japan than compared to America. Yeah, I think in America, maybe there's more of a balance in work-life culture. In Japan, work is kind of king.
It's long.
It can be long, yeah.
Okay. And you are not. So that time you was not get used to this kind of.
Yeah, it just took a little adjustment. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your like image of Japan before coming here, and so as you are here, is it different or?
Yeah. My image, I thought Japan was like quite high tech and advanced before I came here. It's a little bit different when I came here.
Okay. So in what, like, can you talk any example?
Like banking, I think is interesting. I don't really remember last time I went to an ATM in America.
Okay.
Just like credit cards and things. And there's ATMs in Japan, and
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different.
Okay. Yeah. So in America, do you use like credit card or like basically it's cashless or?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it means that in Japan you use much more.
Yeah, more like cash based.
Cash. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's quite different.
I think it's changing a little bit, but yeah.
But your image was that it's like fully cashless.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just like America.
Something like
yeah.
that. Okay, I see. Or any topic like what you think the main difference?
I think this might be like a Tokyo specific thing, but I feel like in America people are very outgoing, like have conversations with strangers or start conversations with strangers. which I think is not so common in Tokyo. I think maybe Osaka might be a little bit more like that. Yeah, so that's a little bit different. Yeah.
Okay.
So like people are kind of reserved in Tokyo. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to live and work in Japan in the future, or are you planning to go back to America?
For right now, I think it's okay, but maybe in the future I will return to America. Yeah. Not really decided yet.
Not decided yet. Okay.
Yeah.
So do you have any interesting story about coming to Japan, or?
I thought it was really interesting when I moved to Japan and I flew over here. Because I had more paperwork because I had a visa, so it took me a little bit longer to clear customs at the airport. So everybody from my flight I think was gone and all the luggage was gone, but there were 3 Japanese flight attendants standing around my luggage from a different airline than the one that I flew. So I thought that was really unique. Yeah.
So they didn't expect to.
Yeah, I definitely didn't expect that. I was worried my luggage was gone somewhere. So yeah.
So what's about America? So if you just put your luggage there for a long time.
In America, like in Japan, you can go in a Starbucks and put your phone down or your jacket down and go order a drink and come back.
Yeah.
But in America, you can't. You can't really do that. If you put like a phone or a computer down, it'll probably be gone.
Yeah. There are anything that maybe Japanese people might consider as a negative about Japan, but you came here and you actually, in your perspective, it was actually a positive.
Sure. I think the salary in Japan is quite low compared to America, which would be a negative. But the flip side of that is I think the barrier for entry for jobs is also lower. So I think it's easier to go into a different field that maybe you're not classically trained in and kind of start from the bottom and work your way up. So yeah, I think even though maybe the salary is lower and that's a negative, I think it's easier to kind of switch. In America, if you go for a job, they're going to want all sorts of qualifications and experience. So the salary will be higher, but they'll want somebody with that experience. So if you don't have that, it's hard. But in Japan, I think you can change and you can get some experience.
If you have any message to foreigners who are planning to work in Japan or would like to work in Japan, what would be your message or advice?
Yeah, I would say if you want to work in Japan and experience it, you should definitely try. I think definitely being in Japan and speaking Japanese is helpful. So that's probably one of the biggest challenges, I think, for people in Japan.
Okay, so your advice is to learn Japanese?
Maybe study some Japanese before you come here. But you should definitely try and see if it's for you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So do you think it's easier to make connections with Japanese people if you can speak the language? Or
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay. You think so.
Yes.
Thank you for today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.